Hey, all right. So this is our weekly call to recap Super Saturday, and we're going to share tidbits from everyone on what they got from their Super Saturday, as well as some other coaches have sent me that I can share with you as well. But we're going to start with who's in their lives. So we're going to start with you, Tanya, and I will mute myself. So you
All right. So there was a lot, and I know you guys are going to cover hopefully all of it, but I'm sure everyone heard about the fact that we're going to start streaming our Beachbody videos. They're going to start with P90X and Combat Pump, and they're going to add them in. And if you are an elite coach, or if you hit Success Club in January, you will get early, and you have to be a club member as well. You will get early access to watching these stream. I think it is exciting. It's going to open the doors for a lot of, clients are always like, oh, I wish you guys could stream those, because how horrible is it when you go on vacation and you forget your DVDs and you're like, oh, crap, or you travel a lot. So I am excited to see how it works. I think it's going to up the club membership for us. It actually validates it. So I'm excited about that. And the other thing that I really, there was so much good stuff at our Super Saturday. We had an elite panel where there were 9 of us elite coaches, and which blows my mind, because just a few years ago there was like nothing in Oregon. And we were hosting them in Jessica's living room. And I know that like Misty, who's on the call, put up with a lot of different locations that we had of Super Saturday like a year ago when we went to the gym that had no heat. And it was freezing. And this year we had, we sold out the the Monarch. So we sold all our online tickets. We had a line, and we had standing room only. There's 400 people that came, and that's the most we've ever had. And so I just thought that was really cool and exciting. Top 4 coach Amy Silverman spoke, and I have watched her evolve into what she has become, and that's just been really cool. And she talked about how, don't put limit, you put yourself out there. And like, she used to do these YouTube videos with like, I'm going to be a millionaire and I'm going to be a top 10 coach. And she was like an Emerald coach when she did that. And I'm going to go to Tahiti and just all these things. And she leaves them up on her YouTube so people can go back and see where she came from and where she started. But she put it out there that it was going to happen. And I really respect that. And I love that, because she's like, don't put limits on yourself. And she didn't. She was just like, I'm going to do it. And she did talk about her income, which I thought was super brave, because people always seem to judge you when you talk about your income. But she wanted to let people know what was real. And a year ago, she brought home on this exact week $2,500, which is amazing for a week, right? Well, this week she brought home, I think it was over 11,000. And that's in 1 year. That's what can happen in 1 year. And I thought that was pretty cool. She's very down to earth, and I know her personally. So she's not about the money whatsoever. She's a free spirit and wants to travel. And so, I just thought that was really cool that she had shared that. And it was because she put it out there, and she didn't go back with, trying to fit into a box. So those are my big takeaways, and I can't wait to hear what everyone else has to say.
So thank you very much for that. I like that. I'm going to read the ones Tammy Reese sent me next. So I will do those, and then we'll go to the next person. She went to Boston, Massachusetts, local area. It's a suburb of Boston's Super Saturday. And it's actually Framingham, Massachusetts. And that was the one with Nicole Jones, who is actually on our big team, Bearcat, a leader on our own team. So that was cool that she went to hers. And so she gave me a quick list here, so I'm going to run them down for you. The first one she said was, don't ever give up on people, because you never know when someone else might pop back in or change their mind. Number 2, tell your story, and if you do not feel like you have one yet, tell someone else's. Number 3, your business activities need to match your goals. Number 4, this was per a 10-star diamond coach. She said, as a leader, your goals should align with your team. Their goals need to be more important than your goals. I like that one, because if you focus on their goals and they're achieving them, your goals will probably fall in line after. Number 5, be coachable and be helpful to others. Number 6, be present to support your team wherever they are in your journey. Number 7, believe in yourself. Number 8, run free challenge groups, not just for those who have purchased from you. Example, a 7-day clean eating group. Number 9, her a 10-star diamond coach. Work your business every day. Even if you only have 10 minutes, then you only have 10 minutes. Make it spent on personal development. It's your key to success. Number 10, per a 10-star diamond coach, people may not always like you. Personal development will get you there. Find an author that you get or that you connect with and read all of their books. If they're the one for you, then just read them all. Don't do PD from an author that doesn't speak to you just because it was recommended by somebody. So that's a good one, because I've done that. I've tried to force my way through a book, and it didn't help me because it wasn't clicking. I ended up putting it away and feeling like a failure when really I should just move on to something that does speak to me. Number 12, journal about your life. Number 13, from a 10-star diamond coach, build a team of like-minded people, people you want to connect with, people you want to be around. Don't just sign up discount coaches if you're interested in building a team. Seek out the people that you want and let them know why you want them. Number 14, from a 6-star diamond coach. She said, I worked my full-time job 40 hours a week, and then I worked Beachbody 40 hours a week and quit my full-time job after 6 months. Now her husband has quit his full-time job. So don't be afraid to work it like a business. And her final one was, keep talking about Shakeology. Remember to give it value. One coach said she remembered reading the ingredients and saying, nothing in this is going to hurt me. Why am I worried? This came from someone who had drank so many other types of shakes that had screwed up her body really badly. So don't forget to build the value of Shakeology. So those were from Tammy. So let's go to Ann Carlson. You want to go next? Let me unmute.
Sure.
There you go. Okay.
I have a little visitor in here, so you might see a little head pop up. But so this was my first Super Saturday. It was a little bit overwhelming, but very exciting. And I think my biggest takeaways were they really promoted personal development, and I mean, huge list of books I wrote down, and don't make decisions for people. Keep sharing. Don't prejudge them. I thought that, I mean, I think you think about that, but then you think, I don't want to bother them and stuff, but there was a lot of great examples. And I really liked the goal setting one. It was a video we watched, or I'm sure everybody watched, but working the goals backwards so that you have more of a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly goal. And then when you put them out there, they're written down and they're more visible of what you want, rather than just sort of thinking, yeah, I want to be a diamond or whatever it is. You actually have that concrete written down goal. Hey, can you guys get out? And so those were my takeaways.
Thank you very much. I love these. I love hearing everyone's different perspectives, because I think even you guys that were all at the Portland one will all have different things from each other. So I love that. Thank you. I've got one here that just came in from Lysandra, and she says her biggest takeaway was focus on connecting with people. A Success Club point represents a life. Work and respond always from a place of love. Have 10 in play at all times and replace as they become customers or are not right nows. and do your personal development. She has a tag on the end, which I've heard from so many Portland people, so you guys must have mentioned this. It says, read, you are a badass. It will make even the purists cuss enthusiastically. So that's a good one. I finished that recently, and I got it from Tanya. I love it. And let's go to Misty. Want to go, Misty?
That little comment Lysandra made is cute because Missy Reber would she say, I'm just a sweet little Christian girl, and damn it, go read that book. It was really cute. We kind of cracked up on that. So it's kind of funny because one of my biggest takeaways happens to be from Kiana, who's on the call right now. And it'll be interesting to see how she feels with this translation, what she said translated to me. But basically, you know, this girl went from a diamond at the beginning of the year and ended the year at 5-star diamond. And she said one of the biggest things that she did is she got kind of out of her own way and stopped being overwhelmed with what everybody else is doing. And I think for me, that was such a big, huge takeaway because I feel like I've been spending the last few months doing that. And I think we can get so consumed with what everybody else is doing, what all these other Beachbody coaches are doing. And we put ourselves in this comparison mode of, oh, she's doing that and she's having really good success, so I've got to do that. And she's doing this, or I've got to do that, right? And really what happens is you just end up looking like you're trying to be somebody else. So what you need to do is focus on 3 things that makes you who you are, and focus on those instead of trying to be somebody else. And I thought that was really big. Another one too, I love the elite panel. Really, it was so awesome to have all these different perspectives of coaches. And the panel of coaches in general, I just think it's cool. But another gal who was on there, Shelly, what I thought was really big is that she said, visualize who you want to work with. Just visualize it. And, you know, I think that sometimes we forget to do that, to really, you know, have that deep belief and just visualize it, because there's a lot of power in that. And there's a lot of that talk going on at Super Saturday in our area, just believing in yourself and visualizing it happening. So those are my 2 big. There's so much awesome stuff, but those are the 2 I want to share with you guys.
Thank you, Misty. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let's go. Trina, did you say you weren't at one? Okay, so we'll go to the next person. Shauna, you want to go? Okay.
Okay.
Yay.
I was in Toronto, which was awesome. I went to my first one in September, and we were in this tiny little community center with about 120 people. And this year we were at a big hotel with 220 people. So it was cool to see it grow so quickly. And we had the VP of Coach Relations, Lewis Ross, there, which was really cool. Very massive, tall guy. And one of the takeaways I got from him was change the paradigm when talking to people. You know, being a newer coach, and I know a lot of people, when everyone starts, they're worried about selling to their friends. They don't want to sell. And, you know, he's like, fine, change the paradigm. Take your commission and donate it to your favorite charity. And now you're not selling anything, you're not making anything off of it, but you're still giving people the opportunity to use this amazing product to better themselves, to get their nutrition in line, to help them have a fitter, healthier life. So he's like, it's about change the paradigm. And he said, because he's talking about a lot of people, you know, talk about, is this a scam? Is Shakeology a scam? Is Beachbody a scam? He said Shakeology and Beachbody are a scam just as much as eating is a scam. Because everybody's got to eat, right? So it was just interesting to hear him talk and have new conversations with people every single day, with new people every single day. That was another takeaway. And then I also, like Anne, took the reverse. I really like the reverse engineering your goals. That really spoke to me. What is it that I want? And then working backwards to what I need to do daily and then monthly and weekly to get there. So, and then the other one for me that was big was committing to a schedule. In the video, Elizabeth, I can't remember her last name, said complacency doesn't work when pushing towards big goals. And, you know, she talked about having her schedule and having the whiteboard and that. So that really stuck out to me. So there was lots to take away. It's a very new market in this area. So it's going to be neat to watch it grow. We had very, very few diamond coaches. I think we had maybe 1 or 2 1-star diamonds and 1 2-star, and that was it. We have no elites. So it's going to be really exciting to watch this area grow.
Awesome. Thank you. I know I was watching Miguel's video and thinking, I want to take French lessons because then I would have this huge market. And maybe I'll learn Spanish when the 21-day fix in Espanol came out. I wanted to learn Spanish. So anyway, I understand that. I love hearing these. Let's go. Andrea, do you want to go?
I actually wasn't there. I didn't get to make it, but I guarantee I'll be there next time.
Awesome. Okay, sorry about that. We'll scroll.
No, that's okay.
Okay, let's go. Actually, why don't I read another one of these ones? You know what I want to try? I don't know if you guys can hear this, so someone unmute yourself and answer me. I want to see if you guys can hear this so that I don't have to read it. I could just play it. So can anyone hear this?
Okay, last message, I promise.
Yeah, I can hear it.
You can hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, these are from Vanessa Holstein. And Vanessa, I'm sorry, I know you sent them to me probably thinking I'd write them down and read them, but I'm just going to play your voice. And it's super cute anyway. So these are from Vanessa.
Hey, Amanda, I'm going to do this in a voice text because I think it might be easier for me to explain myself. But we had Jimmy Nelson at our Super Saturday, and he had each of us stand up. He said, have all the coaches stand up, and the coaches stood up, and he said, congratulations, you are a true believer in the product, and you are here. You're not just a coach, but you are here on the brink of something amazing and something fantastic and something bigger than you'll ever know. And then he had the Emerald stand up, and he said, congratulations, you have 2 people who want to follow you, and you are also going to get free customers. And now your job is to take 100% good care of your customers. And he had Diamonds stand up, and he, hold on, I think I'm going to get cut off, so I'm going to send you a second message.
Okay. Somebody needs to mute themselves, please. I will play her next one now. Somebody unmuted. There we go. Okay, here's the next one. Wait a second here. I don't know if he's not muted. There we go. All right, sorry. It was you, Kiana. Okay, now I'm going to play her second message because I like hearing her little voice telling you guys, so it's cute.
Then he had the Diamond stand up, and he said, congratulations, you have 12 lives who have said to you, they've said yes. I believe you, I will follow you, and now as a Diamond, it is your turn to lead. And then he said, don't stop at Diamond. Go out and double your Diamond because your team is watching. You don't want to go into a manager mode because once you go into manager mode, your Diamond will die. So you're there as a Diamond. You're there to double your Diamond. And then one last piece he said was that we don't work for Beachbody, that we are partners with Beachbody, and we need to treat them like a business partner with respect and care, and with valuable ideas, with valuable feedback, and to remember that we're partners. So those are my cool little tidbits that I would have shared on the call. I'm sure I have a million more things, but I'll leave it at that. So thank you for doing the call. Bye.
Okay, and she's just kidding because then she sent me another one. So here's the next one.
Okay, of course I couldn't leave it at just that. The last thing that I wanted to share with you is that he mentioned that we are a sponge in the morning, and that he read a statistic that people who check their email within the first 3 hours of waking up are actually 35% less productive throughout the rest of the day because you're suddenly not on your agenda anymore, and you're not filling your brain with the good stuff you want. You're filling it with what everyone needs from you. So you first need to fill your cup up, and then you can help fill up the lives of others. So that was another favorite tidbit. Hope you have time to share all this. Thank you again for taking what I have to say into consideration and sharing it with the team. And thanks for the Christmas card too, Amanda. Talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, so there's hers, and just because it doesn't think I'm me, it has not recognized that I have a paid Zoom account, so it wants to end the meeting early. So we have like an 8-minute window. So I'm going to throw it to you right now, Kiana, and get you in here. Are you ready? You can unmute now.
Oh, can you hear me? Okay, funny story, true story. Didn't even know you guys could see me. I didn't even know I clicked on the call, and here I am, and Tanya's like, you're on the call. And I'm like, what the heck? I have no makeup on, but that's okay, right? That's what we do. I can't even believe I'm talking right now, but thanks for letting me be on your call and like totally hijacking. I was just going to listen and just be like, oh, that's kind of a cool idea. I always like try to, when I see things that I like try to pop on things. I didn't realize I was popped on and had clicked on, so I apologize for bombing your team call. But am I supposed to talk about takeaways? Okay. So I think the biggest takeaway for me was that just there were so many new coaches at our Super Saturday, like 2/3 stood up, and it was like incredible to see how many people were so passionate about this. And it just was like dawned on me, and it was like an aha moment. Like for me, like I just want people to realize that they're no different than anyone else. Like they're no different than a top coach, or no different than an elite coach, or no different than anyone else. And I feel like for the longest time, I sat back and I was so like, what do they have that I don't? And it was like, why me? Why not me? Why not me? And I finally realized and I was looking into all these people, and I was like, dude, I was there. I mean, that was me, and that is me. And I was my new coaches were so excited, and I just was so happy to hear the confidence in their voices that they realized that they could do this too. And it just was really exciting. So my biggest takeaway was, Amy got up there. She's top 10 coach, and she just was talking just about that anyone can do this. I mean, and really it's not like it's just one day she just woke up and decided that you weren't going to make any excuses anymore, and you were going to be able to find anyone and everyone. You didn't know how you're going to get there. Like some days I don't know how or what I'm doing, but I do know that I'm passionate and I care about people and I want them to join me. And I feel like if you have those 3 things, people are going to follow you. And I feel like that's just like, I was talking to my team afterwards, and they're like, they were crying because they're like, for the first time in my life, I believe that I can. Like, you guys, like, I had no idea. Like, I don't know. Like, a year ago, I was a diamond. I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. I just try to help people. I try to, encourage people. And I think it was so exciting. That video, the one of the cancer coach, I about like fell out of my chair. I was like bawling. Like, it was so sad. Like, you guys, she was like busting out her computer, like talking to people, selflessly giving of herself when she was having her cancer treatments. Like, if she can do it, you better believe that I can do it. And so, like, that was really, like, my biggest takeaway. Like, if I just kept thinking in my mind, like, if she's so positive right now and she can build a business out of her hospital bed, why can't we build our business? And so that was my biggest takeaway. Thanks for letting me bomb your thing.
I love it. And I could tell you didn't know you were on camera when you were doing this. So
it was completely minimized. It wasn't even like my camera wasn't even up. I was like talking to someone, and then Tanya like said something like, I didn't even know I was on the call. Thanks, Tanya, for letting me know. It was like ridiculous. But thank you so much. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
That's all right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I will try and do a quick takeaway from my own, I guess, because it's weird for me because I hosted it. And I don't know if people know this, but this is my 3rd one hosting of 3 that I've been to. 3 of 3. So my experience with Super Saturdays is what I've done. I haven't been to any other ones because there wasn't one until a Sunday night, the first Super Saturday after I was a coach. So I just dove in and hosted it. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I rented a bar, had a second, like a facility in the back where they could do parties. And I rented that because I could get a good deal because my husband did their plumbing. And so you know, you do what you can. I've been a coach like 4 weeks, so I didn't know, like, didn't have Beachbody money to spend, and I didn't, you know. So the big thing for me, I think that I have had sink in today is that I've had a bunch of messages from people since last night that came to my Super Saturday that are not on teams. The first one I held, I had like 22 people, and they were all people I invited, and I had only like 2 coaches under me. And they were just friends and discount coaches. So that the second one, I got to like 26 people, but again, mostly my coaches and then friends who came to support me, or a couple people that were prospective coaches. So it was different because it was all my people. This one, I teamed up with other team in Spokane. They only brought 2 or 3 coaches actually. And then there was another 20 that were non-related to my business or their business that came. So I had over 50 people, and they were all coaches. And it's the first time for me that I've been where I've really felt like a leader, I guess, in other people's eyes, and having people message me afterwards and say they really gained a lot. They liked my training station, or that they loved that they felt like it had such good energy and was enthusiastic is huge for me, because it is the first time I have that feeling of family outside of our mini team in a real tangible way. Because 360, you know, I was a free lead to Tanya, so I didn't have a pre-existing relationship with her. And then I bond with you guys through our groups, but I'm in Spokane and the predominant amount of the team is in Oregon. And so for me, this was huge to feel like, gosh, these coaches are just coming out of the woodwork, and we are one big family. And I feel kind of empowered in a leadership capacity to have all these people that weren't on my team view me as a leader. Lets me know that I should be able to transfer that to my own team, and what a big community and family we do have, which is exactly why I wanted to do this call, because I think that we all can learn so much from each other, and we all see different things. And I think that this year for me is going to be all about stepping up into a leadership role. And I love what Vanessa said, Jimmy Nelson said about, congratulations, you're an emerald. 2 people believe in you. Now, congratulations, you're a diamond. Your job is to make another diamond. I feel like that's where I'm at and where a lot of us are heading. So anyway, I am going to wrap this call up, and I will post comments. I'll post the video, and I'll post the comments people sent me of their takeaways below it. And if you guys want to tag on anything you thought of afterwards in writing, I'll put it up in the 360 page. So thank you, everyone, for coming. I appreciate it, and I'm so stoked that everybody came. All right.
Thank you. It was awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for your
Thank you.
everybody.
Sorry for bombing your guys' team. Love you
Sorry for
guys.
making you all wait. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.